Hey, Stuart Sutton at Acre Plus Homes. Hope your day is going great. Back in the 90s, a friend of mine brought a buddy to my office, thought we might want to chat, which we did, talking about real estate related information. But once I asked that inevitable question, which everyone seems to ask, what do? He said, nothing. Well, that enthralled me, so I had to find out more. Turns out he was what we tagged in the 90s as a Dellionaire. That is someone who started to work with Dell when they were giving huge stock options. And that stock took off. So a lot of people, well, I say a lot of people, I don't know exactly how many, but it seems like everyone knew someone who had retired at an early age. Well, this particular individual knew that the stock had taken a hit and it wasn't doing as well, but he had enough stock options, he decided to go ahead and take the leap, and he retired, and he was doing nothing in his mid-40s. Now, his plans weren't always to do nothing, but at that time, that's what was going on. Why do I tell you about Dellionaires in 2024 in this real estate market? Well, I'll show you why. Hang on just a second and we'll get into it. The reason I tell you this is because we had a market anomaly, something we may never see again, something very few markets have seen. Yes, you've heard about it, I've heard about it in California and Hawaii, etc., where the market just takes off at a ridiculous pace and windfall profits are brought in by home sellers. Well, we saw that kind of market if, I'm going to give you the big if, we were moving along at a nice pace in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, etc. And if we had continued to the same pace, the average house on an acre or more would have been worth $756,727 in this market. However, we saw a market anomaly. We saw it go way beyond that. We saw it peak, and then we saw it slip back down. Where we are now, the market correction has brought us at this point to about 882, roughly 880,000. So the average price home would have been worth about 756. Right now, it's worth about 880, which is kind of a big plus. We didn't stay at the peak that the market anomaly showed us, but I have heard this, and any real estate agent who's been in the market for a while has heard this. I don't want to give it away. Well, let me ask you, and this is for anybody and everybody, what does that mean, giving it away? Now, I think we all understand it means different things to different people. The definition in the dictionary is an act or instance of giving something away. You're not literally going to give your house away, but selling it at far less than you think it should be sold for, in most people's minds, is giving it away. So let me ask you the next question. What's market value, and how's that related to giving it away? The value of a business, property, etc., in terms of what it can be sold for on the open market is the current value. That's again from the dictionary. So, question, if the market's willing to pay you $750,000, but you really want $8 or $850 or more, are you giving it away? If the market is willing to give you a certain price, is wanting more giving it away if you have to sell it at the market price? That's a pretty valid question, I think. Another one is, if the market's willing to pay you $750, the same as the previous example, but you're willing to sell it for $650, well, now you're giving it away, aren't you? Because the market's willing to pay you $750. So whatever the market is willing to pay you is current value. How do you determine that? Well, through standard procedures of exposing the home to the open market. So that goes to the next question. $123,000 in profits because of that 18 months after we've already slid back down. So yes, there were more profits that could have been made if timing was better when a home goes in the market. If a home had gone in the market in the fall of 21, yes, there'd have been more profits. But because the market itself has slipped, does that mean you're now giving a house away? No. The market is what the market is. What you want for the house may differ, but that doesn't mean you're giving the house away. Selling it at current market, in my opinion, is never giving it away. So the question is, are you willing to adapt and see what the current market will give you, Or is it something that you feel like, hey, I've got to have this or I won't sell it? And that's okay. It's your house. It's your money. There's no question about it. But understanding that giving it away is not selling it at market value. I hope that makes sense. I did put another video up here. This particular one covers something that, well, I think applies to this particular situation. This is what is going on in the current market, the market update for last month. Hope it's helpful. If you like what you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe or press that like button. Thank you for doing that, and I hope to see you on the next video.